Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out.
Okay.
Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Seems a bit weird to destroy your vast creation.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Quest complete. Model airship. Yay! Cool. So that's our quest line done.
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
Bit of a cheek. Right, who to next?
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
So, talk to Byron. Yeah. We'll do these two. Or three. I'll hand it over to Vivian, see what he says. I want to check the rest of the lamps. Because it might just be the ones I've done. Yeah, I think it is. No, there is two more. There's three more. Okay, so there's him, the Masterless Marauder. Okay. The Grim Reaper. And the Knight of the Splendid Heart. Who the heck's that? Okay, so there's 3 hunts. I do want to just finish off the quest here.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Don't have much more. I've only got 150 to get
Here you are.
this here.
Come again. I may have more.
Damage dealt enemies by 5%. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Still like the dodge though. What is these ones, by the way? That's cooldown time, just. That on.
Vivian,
Got your book.
I found it. The book you lost.
From a distance.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
Nearly every
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Okay.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here.
Yeah, no bother.
Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
Okay.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Quest complete. Scholar's bonnet. Okay. So now to be displayed. What? Oh, it's the reading table. Is there any hunt? Let's look at these. I need load. The Wailing Banshee. Complete. Still quester. No. Okay, so there's 2 hunts there. I'm just gonna finish off the quest of done, and then probably another stream there.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial.
Okay.
But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless.
Yep.
After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it? Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Good lad.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long.
Cav.
That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Doo-doo.
Forgive me, Sid.
This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days.
Yep.
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
No bother. A lot of experience, I'm happy with that. Pal driver.
Sid, I wanted you to know. I will be taking personal responsibility for Ember's combat training. And I will not let you down.
What the hell? Byron.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Yep.
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion. But luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Did I?
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon.
Okay.
And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
Okay.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Bye-bye. Sonic quest complete. Oh.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with a Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Hilarious.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands. But the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Rutherford, Mike Quiddle. Oh, he's a legend.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive.
Thank you.
I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Okay.
Sorry. Can't take you where you need to get.
Okay. What am I
To,
saying?
but the Argo and me will be waiting when you get back.
What do you think that thing is?
It has to be Gal, that question. Silver lining, or it might be food. No, it's Gav. Do I have what I need
Trouble
to
with your gear,
make that?
or
That's better we're
crack
doing.
the crystal?
Kill God, save the world, I miss anything.
Not a very good one.
Yes.
But then,
I can't say I've had much practice killing gods. I've now 14 kits to kill a god that I might be able to help you with. And thank me when you get back.
what do you want?
Right, so ooh, I need one more dark steel and then I can.
And?
One more dark steel.
First the skies, then the crystal.
Ah, there's starting to fill up. Okay, so that's a Veil signboard, cool. That's a Barrett Kit signboard. That's a Clare House signboard. The Rusted Battle Helm, that's his father's. Mallership, that's Mid's. Trinity Accord, that's what his uncle just done. Scholar's bonnet. Scholar's bonnet. We give him that. No, Vivian. Okay. And then we have the charged barn sword, which came from Torgal. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 left to get. Okay. Holy smokes. Concern for Jill. Whole again. It occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for returning me with from a distance. The tomb made me who I am today, and yet I thought I should never set eyes upon it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself, but now I am whole again thanks to you. I regret I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Treasure hunt? What? You didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? When you know I've already found a fine spot to pick out. Need to be quick, your business. Take too long and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. Okay. Making amends. Okay, so this is for him. I'm aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion. Okay.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Okay. I'll read the rest, please, and then probably call it a day. A note of thanks. My Lord Marquis, I write to thank you for the kind consideration you have shown for those names are written within the page of Book of Martyrs. I would move them deeply to know that the first shield of Phoenix laments their passing. To each and every member of the order stand right for lives in service of Phoenix. I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone. That they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rossfield, such as yourself, so surely go. Okay. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I set and pen yet another letter in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph, where in the past we leaned so heavily upon your good graces. This time we find strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along, we are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than noble? Does a bird love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, bandit and reindeer in the realm come. Okay. The wages of fate. Remember what you told me about the night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominant sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield, now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge your own path? Grant me this, Clive, let me be your strength. Concern for Jill. Though her Ekon brought her much suffering, the loss Shiva weighs heavy on her heart. We would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to enlighten her that burden, even but only a fraction before we depart for the skies. I would speak on this more in private. Okay.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Right. And then I think that's everything, isn't it? Yep. Oh. Oh no. A new day. Those believe a single shimmering of the hands. Okay. Fine hound. Torgal. The two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime now, but there is still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. He'd stepped in front of a bloody raging behemoth if I meant protecting you, but that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of coconuts. You're too good to remember that. Okay. So we've got 3 more quests to do, and I'll pick up that one on the next stream, and then hopefully with those quests done, we actually have enough to get the last music thing. I think there are only 3 quests we have left, yeah. So we'll do them, and then we'll do the hunts next time. I think there's 5 hunts we have to do, so we can do them and see how we get on. 5 or 6, I think it's 5. So we'll do them next time. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully you have enjoyed the stream today, get through all the side quests and stuff. There's been a lot of good ones. I have to say, a lot of like finishing of stories, which is good as well. So I'm happy we've delved into it and all. But thank you all so much for the support. For everyone that is, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for doing that there, and thank you for supporting all of the different avenues that we are presenting on. And thank you to everyone that is commenting and liking the videos on YouTube. It is much appreciated. It allows more people to see them and allows us to keep growing. So thank you for that there. And hopefully we can keep on providing you with the content you want to see. But until next time, people, enjoy the rest of your nights. And I will see you next time. Peace out. Bye.